I have more than 10 years of experience as a developer. I live in Germany. I work with React, TypeScript, Next.js, and modern web technologies. I have clients, and in a few weeks I may be standing in a German court because of a 10,000 euro dispute with the government. At the same time, I have zero job offers from German companies. This is not the life I imagined when I moved here in 2022. My name is Valentina, and today I'm starting something completely new. Not because everything is going well, but because it isn't. When I moved from Ukraine to Germany in March 2022, I thought my career would continue more or less normally. Not easy, but normally. I already had years of experience. I had built websites, worked with international clients, learned new technology, solved complex problems. Like many developers, I believe that skills were the most important thing. If you're good enough, opportunities will come. At least that's what I thought. But Germany taught me something interesting. Being a good developer and getting hired are not always the same thing. Over the last few years, I've had interview after interview after interview. Some went well, some went terrible. Some companies reject me after the first call, others reject me after several rounds. Every time I thought, maybe this one, maybe this is finally the opportunity, maybe this is the company that sees my experience. And then another rejection arrives. Recently, I interviewed with companies that many developers dream about, companies like Zalando. But the answer was still no. And after enough rejection, something strange started happening. You stop asking, why didn't they hire me? And you start asking, am I missing something? One thing I've learned recently is that the industry is changing faster than I expected. A few years ago, being a strong front-end developer was enough. Today, companies want much more. They want React, TypeScript, cloud experience, product thinking, and increasingly AI. One company recently gave me feedback that stayed in my head. They said I should show more evidence of using AI tools in my daily workflow. Honestly, at first I didn't like hearing that. After 10 years in development, it's difficult to hear that you are missing something. But after thinking about it, maybe they are right. The world is changing, the way developers work is changing, and I can either complain about it or adapt. So that's exactly what I'm doing: learning, testing, experimenting, making mistakes again. And then there is a second problem, the one that I never expected. Earlier this year, I received a letter from the job center. According from their calculation, I received benefits during a period when my freelance income was supposedly too high. As a result, they want around 10,000 euros back. 10,000 euros. When I first saw that number, I honestly thought there had to be a mistake. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. That's exactly what we are trying to figure out now. Lawyers are involved, documents are being reviewed, arguments are being prepared, and very soon there may be a court hearing. It's a strange feeling. One day you're writing React components, next day you are collecting legal documents and preparing for court. I never imagined that this would become part of my story in Germany. But here we are. And since nothing is hidden on this channel, I'll share that journey too. the good parts and the uncomfortable parts. For a long time, I believed that the next opportunity would solve everything. The next interview, the next client, the next company, the next application. But recently I started asking myself a different question. What if I've been waiting for something else to change my situation? What if I should start building something for myself? Not another client project, not another company product, something of my own. Because here is the funny thing, I spent years helping of businesses grow. I've built websites, landing pages, platforms, applications, but I've never built a successful app business myself. And honestly, I have no idea whether I can do it. That's why this channel exists. Not to teach, not to pretend I'm successful developers or investment or something else, not to sell courses. I'm simply going to document my experiment. Right now, I don't have a success story. I don't have a startup. I don't have investors. I don't have passive income, and I don't have a German job offer. What I do have is 10 years of experience, a laptop, a lot of uncertainty, a possible card case, and a decision to stop waiting. So, if you are a developer or indie hacker, someone trying to build something of your own, or you are simply curious whether a regular developers can build a profitable app business from scratch, subscribe because this is episode 1. And honestly, I have no idea how this story ends. See you in the next video. Bye.